Hello. So I'm listening to the Destiny interview on shocking secrets of masturbation, female energy, and masturbation. And what was interesting about it, I'm not somebody that masturbates, but it doesn't matter because the interviews on ECAF that talk about masturbation really talk about the way feminine and masculine energy as the mind moves through us and takes over the direction of us if we allow that as ourselves. So I'm listening to the interview and it's talking about how the female is in relation to men and how what it is the woman is subservient to or submissive to is actually the mind consciousness system. And I realized within myself that I have an attraction to men because I see them as stable in some way that I feel that I lack. And this interview from the series, Female Energy and Masturbation, really kind of sums this up for me in a way. And it will probably take more time for me to actually see it, but I've listened to it a few times, and for me, there's something there about how sexual energy moves, or desire or pull towards the man moves for me. I see stability in men in some way. But there's a conflict here because within myself, this submission to that in some ways just doesn't make sense to me. So I'm like a moth drawn to a flame, but at the same time, it's not satisfying for me. And I tend to move towards it and move away from it, move towards it and move away from it, and want to stand up myself. And this video and the whole series talks about equalizing oneself to oneself and not being the female, equalizing oneself as the female to the mind consciousness system via the male. So the series is really interesting in beginning to understand how it is that one moves oneself just, and seeing how one moves oneself just by the attractions we have as women to men, and how to not allow this to become our personalities, to not take this personally, to not fear this, to look at this for what it is and to stand up and see it. So the personality that we exist as, which ends up being limited as the labels that we take on to become this female figure submitting to the mind consciousness system via the male, so we can stand back and equalize ourselves with ourselves. So I suggest going to ECAF, and I'll put the link below if I can, and listening to the series of the shocking secrets of masturbation, whether you masturbate or not, because it really talks about how our personas are developed. So thank you.